Alright, I had a really embarrassing screw up. We're not gonna pretend it happened. So, like, yeah, I said bad words. No, it was like 3 fuck-ups in a straight row to bullshit. And I'm like, I'm not starting an episode out like that. That's embarrassing. So, like, I don't know, there's some YouTubers I still respect. Like, they've gotten big and they earned their success. I say Nico's Kitchen, big one. That is like the only one I swear to God I can respect, and he hasn't became a fucking sellout tool bag, right? That is unbelievable in this. What are you doing? How are you doing your dead or alive attack? What the fuck is all this shit about? Guardian Tail! Got it! Fucking got him! He's gonna one-shot me, isn't he? Called it. That's a little bit more impressive of a start, so I'm not bothered. Nice fucking legs. But yeah, Nico's Kitchen. Dude came up, got really popular, got really anxious and existentially depressed, and now he owns a restaurant. That's fucking awesome. That's so humble. Guy actually earned it. You know? Him and, like, Critical are probably the only YouTubers I can, like... Well, there's more than that, obviously, but... The people that have been around for, like... since early YouTube's inception. Are you fucking kidding me? Can you stop? But yeah. Early YouTubers since, like, the heyday of YouTube success, you know? That, to me, is... If you've lasted that long, that's so impressive. You know, Uber Haxer Nova, I don't really like his videos now, but he earned his success. He also had, like, a lot of fucking, like, backlash when PewDiePie hit the scene. If you weren't there, you just don't get it, right? What the fuck was that nonsense? You're dead. I'm not you died, you died. Fuck you. Anyways. Yeah, he earned his success, I'd say. Him and PewDiePie had a pretty fierce rivalry at one point. If you weren't there, you just don't get it. But, like, it was a brief time during the height of Happy Wheels, the Happy Wheel Wars, as I'm just gonna call it. You know, I will say this. Who got their fucking voice on a character, and who didn't? James got that shit. He earned it. Is there any YouTubers in particular that I don't respect anymore? James Rolfe, which is really embarrassing because it's not his fault entirely. It is the Screenwave slobs. You can't convince me otherwise, okay? This isn't a fucking hot take. Those fat, ugly, sweaty bastards completely ruined his channel. They turned it into a clickbait, generic bullshit thing, script-feeding nonsense, and then they basically bribed him with a bunch of shit. Like, we're helping, lol. I fucking hate those people. Big Justin, real big fan. It's not even just like, oh, Justin wore a Klansman outfit and had Nazi flags. It's like, that's not even like the main reason I dislike that ugly, miserable human being. It's the fact that he fucking, like, he's just shit, and he's not funny, and they tried to turn Cinemassacre into a fucking generic product, okay? Do you remember the really shortly lived rental store thing? Yeah, me neither. Okay, I watched a lot of it. It wasn't good! They tried fucking be like, lol, James, remember when you smoked the pot? And it's like a generic clickbait James open mouth, red arrow pointing in direction of James' mouth, picture of magic mushroom. It's like, fuck you. That's garbage. That's bullshit. I don't blame James 100%. I say it's about 50-50. You know, we all know the fucking Monster Madness screen stolen shit. James probably had no fucking idea. They just handed him something and then they promptly fired the guy that fucked up. I can respect that. James probably had zero involvement in that, and that is, to be honest, I believe that. I don't think James is responsible for a lot of the shit that goes on with, like, Cinemassacre, and it's so fucking embarrassing. I've seen, like, videos of him where he's like, if without the Screenwave people, there wouldn't be this channel. And I'm like, James, friend, guy, get their fat, chubby dicks out of your mouth and their greasy fucking fat fingers off of your YouTube channel. They're ruining it day by day. Like, yeah, I know Bootsy wasn't paid. Yeah, I know Mike Matei did most of the work for AVGN, but if you're... I'm gonna disprove something from the true Cinemassacre facts people, whatever they're called. I think it's Cinemassacre the Truth on Reddit. You know, it's like, okay, let's be real here. It's always been about 50-50 with James and Mike in the early days, okay? It's not... As someone who's watched, like, Cinemassacre from, like, around the beginning, you know, it's always been, like, Mike and James, okay? They've been together through fucking film school. They've been together since the start of the whole thing. It's not a big shock, okay? James really couldn't play the... Who the fuck cares? However, I will say, when... I can tell you exactly the exact moment where AVGN flopped. And it was post-movie, and that was right around they got the Screenwave people. So yes, it's very easy to tell exactly when it all went downhill. It's not that hard to see, okay? As someone who's been a part of, like, the AVGN legacy since around the start, I can agree. They completely ruined the channel. This is not like a hot take, okay? Big Justin, big fan is true. It's like, did Big Justin, big fan ruin a lot of stuff? Yes. Did that one guy go off the fucking rails on people on, like, Reddit? Yeah. No, it was Twitter, sorry. The one that wore the plaid jacket because he had, or sorry, denim jacket because he had no personality. Yeah. James is not a video game person. He never has been. He's never claimed to be. James, excuse me, is a film person. If you ever listen to his, like, rants on film, he actually has really good taste in film and actually has good opinions on film and composition, and he understands it. Okay? James studied film and went to school for film. Alright? James, you didn't go to school to play video games, okay? That's... Just because James didn't play a game for, like, an AVGN episode doesn't discredit the production quality of the show. Right? Can we all agree on that? Like, why the fuck was James playing Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness? That's just a notoriously shitty game. Alright, I gotta focus, though, for this, because I might fuck this up a little bit. I'm a little nervous, so... Yeah. But do I respect James as a creator? Yes. James fucking ground that shit. James didn't even fucking want AVGN initially, right? He was like, people aren't gonna fucking watch this, Mike. What are you, stupid? Like, this is just dumb. Why would anyone want to watch this? And then it became a massive phenomenon. And, like, that's so commendable, because James has always been really humble. And, like, he's really... You can one-shot me? Okay. We'll play that game, aren't we? You know, it's commendable because James has always been really passionate towards fans. He actually, like, responds to people. You can argue, oh, Mike Matei didn't respond to internet comments very well. It's like, who the fuck cares? Like, we're talking about James Rolfe, not Mike Matei. Like, Mike Matei is another story. You know, Mike Matei drew racist pictures in, like, college, and they're really offensive. So, I drew fucking really offensive shit, too, when I was a teenager. It doesn't mean anything about me as a person now. Loco Bandito has poop on a man's face, and he says a slur. You really gonna take that as serious? If that's your damnation of a human being, I'm sorry. But, whatever. Whatever gets you off, I guess. But it's like, James's dedication, and I can honestly say he probably got depressed after, like, the success of AVGN and got sick of doing it, probably. And, like, the film didn't really pop off as hard as it did. But, you know, the film was a niche film. People that go, oh, well, the fucking film's ratings clearly prove that it wasn't exactly what James thought it was gonna be. It's like, what are you fucking talking about? The film was niche. Stay stunned. I don't think I can afford to let him do that. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? The film was a niche film from the beginning. It was a fucking... Oh, there's just boxes and the general is stupid and the fucking green screen effects weren't what I wanted. It's like, this wasn't a film made for you personally. Well, it kind of was. But you know what I mean? Like, it... Why don't you fuck off, Artorias? I'm not good at fighting him with casting, can you tell? Shit! Can we just fucking level out here? Thanks. Thanks. He's gonna buff. God damn it, now he's gonna one-shot me, isn't he? No, but damn near close. Don't do it. Don't penetrate me. Don't penetrator me! But it's like... I gotta stop talking. I gotta fight Artorias like a man. No, don't buff. Stay weak. I'm weak. Oh, I'm dead. But it's like, he only killed me because he got lucky and buffed. That's the only reason I died, by the way. I couldn't DPS him to death. But it's like, the AVGN film was not supposed to be a massive Hollywood blockbuster success. What the fuck did you expect? It was a crowd-funded fan project, basically. But it was also all out of donation and James's own pocket. Can you really blame him? That's all he's wanted to do his whole life. You really gonna take that guy's... The James walks funny in the dragon in my dreams. My family, my wife. 7 o'clock, or 11... What is it? 7:45... It's like, he has a family? Are you really gonna get mad at him for that? Do you know how much time I have as a part-time YouTuber and a full-time worker? I only have like a few hours in my week to record. Imagine how fucking stressful and shit that James has to go through. I don't blame him for, like, saying that Screenwave is responsible and nice to him. Because in a way, yeah, they are. They give him, like, the ability to fucking allocate time. However, they're really shitty and scummy and greasy and gross and ugly, so I don't know what to tell you. But it's like, I can't really 100% fault James, but he is definitely creatively lacking in this day and age. That's true. I can agree with that. I still think there's hints here and there in AVGN, right? Like, there's still a hint of the old James still in there. But James's walk's funny. Sylvester Stallone is watching. LOL! It's like, okay. I guess that's funny, right? Are you really gonna fault a man for having essentially a panic attack on a fucking mountain? Oh, I said mountain too. I must be like James. You're really gonna fault a guy for having an emotional meltdown on top of a fucking, like, very dangerous area? What the fuck is your problem? What the fuck kind of person are you to get off on someone having an actual emotional breakdown? Like, if you're not a parent, I'm not a parent. Fuck's sake. Yeah, that was gonna hit me. It's like, Dude, the guy had a fucking breakdown. He didn't even have proper climbing gear. He was wearing, like, tennis shoes and, like, blue jeans. Like, it was really funny. Like, the idea that he was gonna scale this fucking thing. And yeah, the Sly is watching was really kind of cringe. But, like, it's not... Okay, if that fucking little moment wasn't in there, and we just cut to James scaling, and then, like, having a breakdown... That was scary. Sly is watching is kind of cringe, but it's not the worst thing ever, okay? I think Sylvester Stallone is a cringe human being regardless, but that's just my opinions, right? But yeah, I don't think James is responsible for, like, all the damage done to the channel nowadays. It's like, there's a lot more moving parts to it. Is James to blame for some of the creative lacking integrity? Yes, 100%. But also, I think that AVGN should have just ended at the movie. I would have been content with that. It's not the worst thing ever. The movie's not even objectively the worst thing on the planet. There's much worse things out there. Like, I don't mean like The Room. I'm talking shit like, I don't know, Suburban Sasquatch is fucking terrible, right? Like, there's so much worse shit on the planet than that movie. And, oh god. Like, what I do agree with is I can sympathize and empathize, right? You do something for 20 plus fucking years in a constantly attempting to evolve with, like, the time sort of thing. Of course not everything's gonna be the same. Of course it's not gonna be perfect. Of course you're gonna run into roadblocks. Of course you're gonna run into scumbags like the Screenwave people. Thank you. Fuck, that took forever because I kept getting, like, one shot. Of course you're gonna deal with shit like that. That's just the way that the internet has unfortunately evolved. I kind of pride myself in having not sunk into that level, if I'm honest. But, like, I can never really hate James Rolfe, okay? He may take dumb sponsorships from generic VPN things at the start of every single episode of AVGN. And I haven't watched AVGN in, like, I don't know, like, 2 years probably, because I got really burned out with, like, the Screenwave direction. And it's true, I genuinely can't stand those people. They're fucking awful. Like, and they ruined the fucking channel. I will 100% go to my grave saying the last thing I say on this planet is, Big Justin, big fan. I'll do it. I don't give a shit. Okay, none of this is important to anything in life, but, like, you know what I mean. It's true. I can still, without doubt, you know, if you're a long-time fan of something, you tend to know when something has hit its golden age, right? In my opinion, The Simpsons died after the movie. I don't think that it didn't die quickly. That's the worst part. The Simpsons died slowly. And that is honestly the worst way to go out. I would rather, in my opinion, the worst way to go out is slow and painful when it comes to anything, right? Dragging out your audience and dragging out the, you know, when you can just, as a viewer, feel when something is dying, you know something's wrong, right? You're like, alright, this doesn't feel right. King of the Hill, I would say season 8 and then some, the show starts to heavily deteriorate. Not to the point where it's unwatchable. I don't think King of the Hill has ever reached a point where I'd consider it to be unwatchably bad. Just lacking in integrity, I guess, and just the humor's not there, the characterization's not really there, and holy shit! Well, okay. Apparently that's a one-shot now. Alright, that's fine. I didn't fucking want to live anyways. But it's like, okay, you know, I can say King of the Hill drops around season 8. It doesn't become unwatchable. It's not like The Simpsons, which in my opinion became unwatchable the longer it's gone on. And I'm not trying to sound like a hot take. I've watched The Simpsons since the 90s. I think it counts for something, right? And I'm not even like a huge Simpsons fan. I like the vibe of early Simpsons because it's nostalgic and comfortable. But I will say that some of the jokes in later Simpsons, like right before the movie, I think it's like season... Fuck off! It's like... Why don't I just use combustion? It's like... I think one of the funniest things is when they're like, oh my god, it's in sync! And then they fucking show up and they do a synchronized perfect dance, just like their actual at the time thing. That was funny. That's one of the funniest episodes, too. I don't know, man, suddenly I got the urge to join the Navy. Ivan Akniyash! It's fucking funny as shit. Like, but I always say this, once Simpsons tried to use the pot jokes all the time, it starts to get old. Lol, Snoop Dogg smokes the pot with Homer, lol. It's like, yeah, that's fucking cringe. Like, but the only time they've ever made a really successful funny pot joke is when they go to Canada and there's the fake Flanders, or sorry, he's not fake Flanders, but he's a relative of Flanders in Canada, and he's like, care to smoke the devil's lettuce? It's legal here. Or the reeferino, it's legal here. And then Ned just glares and looks disappointed and says, he always said the devil would be handsome. That's fucking funny. That is a well-crafted joke because it's actually in character, right? Ned wouldn't smoke weed ever. Yeah, we get it. Flanderization. We all know, okay, you're not smart because you know that term. But, like, it's like... The Simpsons realistically could have ended in the 90s and it would have been fine. In the 2000s, it starts to die, alright? Because, ultimately, it just tries to be pop culture referential and less original, I guess. I mean, there's still some solid episodes. You know, there's not, like... 2000s is, like, actually okay. Like, it's not, as we call it, the zombie Simpsons era. Okay? It's not that bad yet. It's still got some really funny shit. One of my favorite jokes is from one of the later Treehouse of Horrors. It's... I don't remember which one specifically, by the way, so don't be like, it's from fucking this one, you idiot, because this show's been on for over 20 years, or over 30 years almost at this point, so forgive me for not remember... Well, fuck you, Luigi. Fuck, double fuck you. Oh my god. But it's like, it's the one where the graves start, it's Billy the Kid, and da-da-da-da, and then like, what happened to Butch Cassidy? And then like the corpse just goes, what happened to Butch Cassidy? What happened to Butch Cassidy? It's like, fucking, that's actually a really funny joke, and it's just because it's comedically well written. And I don't really believe that, oh, it's because of X, Y, and Z writer. It's like, that's only like a fraction of it. A lot of it's just not really funny after a while. Like, it's the Oakley Weinstein era is best, actually, when Conan O'Brien... Fuck. When Conan O'Brien was on the show, it was actually the best peak writer. Yeah, Matt Groening was a executive that was better. You see, I've heard people say this with Family Guy, and I kind of agree. Once Family Guy, around like season 7, I think season 7 Family Guy is where it starts to dip, and now it's basically just unwatchable. Like, I don't think it's, nah, they still have a couple of hit or miss jokes here and there, but it's nowhere near as good as it used to be. I don't think, so when people get mad like, oh, they made Brian such an unlikable douche. Can you fucking take your yaoi hands somewhere else? Please? When they're like, they made Brian such an unlikable douchebag. Oh, they made Lois a hate-filled mother. This isn't real, so why are you fucking taking it like it's an emotional blow to your fucking life? That's cringe. I don't like to say things are cringe, but that's cringe and weird. It's like, so fucking what? They're not real. Well, I do agree. I don't like the way that they made Quagmire. Out of all the modernish interpretations, I don't like the way Quagmire's interpreted at all. He doesn't have a personality. Are you fucking kidding me? I know Dark Beat is bullshit, and I love to use it, but that's just not funny. But like, I don't know. I always say, like, his characterization became essentially non-existent. It's not even sarcasm, it's just weirdly bitter for no reason and angry. I just didn't... Yeah, but it's still better than, I guess, than Sex Pervert, because that only gets so far so long. Like, it's funny, yeah, sure, but... Yeah, he still has the traces of it in his character this day and age, but... Can we not do this same song and dance and let me just kill Manus? Good lord. It's like, yeah... There's a few episodes that are still funny. It's like when Joe's screaming, "Yeah, get some, get some!" And he's like, "That's right in my fucking ear, Joe." That line was pretty funny. Like, there's still a couple of funny bits here and there, but... I don't know. I don't think Family Guy even needs to keep existing. It's just... Alright, we all know Brian and Stewie carry the show nowadays, because all the other characters are just not that interesting anymore. I don't mind Stewie's direction. It's fine. He's Stewie. I like when Stewie was actually evil and not gay. It was better when the baby wasn't gay. I love how that's actually like what people do. They just genuinely say, "I like when Stewie wasn't gay. Stewie being gay ruined the show. Now Brian's a liberal." It's like, did you watch the show as long as I have? Because Brian's always been liberal. They even make jokes about it in, like, the fucking shit in the early seasons. It's like, I don't care what they say about that Hillary Clinton. I like that Hillary Clinton. I don't think Hillary Clinton counts as anything. But it's like, I don't know, they use it pretty well when he's, like, doing his little, like, self-indulgent rants, and then people disagree with what he says because he's bullshitting, and then he's like completely loses his fucking like conviction and just goes, "Yeah, I don't really think that either." Like, that's funny. I like that. This fucking is what New Game Plus is like, by the way. This is why I say I don't really care about New Game Plus after a while, because the damage scaling is just fucking unbelievable. Alright? If this doesn't prove it, I don't know what does. And you know what I'm doing? In like 2 seconds? No more of this shit. We're just getting through it. Alright? I'm done with this. I just want to kill Gwyn and end the game. This has been real, but we're done. I'm done with this. Old ball and chain! Don't you fucking somehow one-shot me, because I don't want to keep doing this. Please. Please. Guy. The elevator's now there, so that's all that really matters, right? So, it's like, I don't know. I don't think Family Guy was doomed to... I mean, it's a weird example of a show that when it got, like, canceled and then brought back, it actually kind of, sort of successfully kept going. It kind of worked with Futurama, but I have such little experience with Futurama, and I never really liked it or disliked it, so I don't have an opinion. But it's a rare example of a show cancels and does better after it's been canceled. I can't stress to you how genuinely rare that actually is. Like, usually when a show gets canceled and revived, it kind of dies really quickly. But Family Guy actually surprisingly lasted a long time. And, I mean, I think it was, what, 2 seasons? Is the, we're getting rid of Ball and Chain Man, because I don't want him to fuck me up anymore. And Nice fucking legs. But yeah, like it lasted surprisingly well into like its revival. You cannot say the same thing for a lot of shows like Beavis and Butthead. That's always my go-to example. I watched both revivals and I did not like it. It didn't statistically do well, and reception-wise, it was just kind of meh. Like, I don't know, man. It's just... I don't think it's the worst thing ever, but... it just doesn't have the same heart. Can we just agree, make new things, and stop rebooting and remaking and rehashing? Can we just please do that? And you could say, oh, fucking everyone's been doing that. It's just a 19... Well, fuck off. It wasn't the same integrity back then. It was more interpretation rather than corporate cash grab. You gonna fucking argue with me on that one? No. I don't fucking think so. Doesn't work that way. You know why they reboot and do things these days? Is to hold IPs and extract as much money from idiots and dipshits as possible. Who the fuck realistically wanted, like, gritty Batman reboot? Nobody. Fucking nobody wanted that. I gotta watch my ass. I said something bad about Batman on the internet. Like, I don't know, man. It's just fucking, like, nobody wanted that. And then the people that latch on, it's always what I say, it's never really the problem of the source material. It's usually the fans that just fuck up things for everybody, and they become so goddamn insufferable. Ugh. I don't... Let's see if I can do Manus at least pretty smooth. I don't really do Manus in New Game Plus. But we'll see how it goes. Oh my god. Oh, fuck! What the hell? He didn't far grab. Okay. That's, yeah, that's a delayed one. I expected to get hit there. Well, you can't do shit. I'm fine with tanking here, by the way. Doesn't bother me. I'm not bothered about it, unlike you. Somebody's bothered. Oh shit, that's a double swing! Oh fuck, he's gonna hit me. No! No! I was too far. That's exactly how I died. I know exactly what happened too. But was the Beavis and Butthead revival really needed? No. People just said, lol, we need this cause the libs and the fucking... And then it just wasn't that good, right? It's like, South Park, if it just stopped airing tomorrow, I don't think the world would end. I feel like it would be a lot better. South Park has kind of stayed in this weird neutral zone in terms of reception. Like, no one has ever really outright just stopped watching it. It's definitely held its ground, but I still don't... Motherfucker, I'm gonna die. He's gonna hit me. Yeah! Ooh, that was way too close. What's this? Oh, Twin Humanities. Cool. It's my favorite arcade where Billy Mitchell played. I don't know. South Park has done okay. I don't really... I do prefer South Park over Family Guy. I will say that. But it's just, it's kind of sterilized itself out over the years, and I don't think it lends itself well to serialization and stuff like that. I don't know. That's just my opinion on it. Alright, Manus. What's up, Denny's? Fucking hell. Double hit. Nope. Claw Viper Punk. That's not double hit. You can sometimes double hit after that. That's why it's really scary. I'm getting really lucky, though. What you doing? Yeah, I fucking cast magic. Look at me. Fucking Manus of the Abyss. Fucking cast magic. Hi, Zesty. Please don't be this close to me. You're not helping. I have a cat in the room. This adds instant stress. Oh, it's Framps. Never mind. Framps not a problem. Need to heal just in case. I don't know what Frampt is doing, and it's scaring me. A triple hit? No? Good. That's to freak me out, Daddy. Do your jam slam! I want to get close and kill him instantly. Oh, I don't want to get that risky. I'm comfortable with him getting close to me. Yeet! I like how that only took me 2 tries. The only reason I died the first time was because of the fucking fact I accidentally was too far away from him. That's pretty cool. I hope you're happy. I'm gonna make Dusk do her thing. That's what she does. That's Dusk. She makes sex noises. This is clearly a Japanese game. Oh, I said a bad thing. I can't get away with it. One more fucking level, and then we have officially maxed the character. Essentially down to the T. I told you, Framps, you're scaring me. We just gotta kill Calamy. I'm gonna kill Calamy. I gotta do all the things. Hi. Meow. What are you doing? Are you all wildy up? Are you all wily? Yeah, you're all wily today. I like it. It's scary, but I like it. But I don't know, like, I never watched Bob's Burgers, but apparently Bob's Burgers is really good. I don't know. I don't really go by the metric of X creators attached to it, therefore it's immediately good. I don't really like to do that. It depends. I have some bias, but not a lot. Actually, you know what bias I've got? I've got a pee. I'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. Now it's all weird because I walked around and now I don't know where I am. Hawk I go. Framps, I just closed the door. Be wary of the black dragon Calamite. You know what? You're not wrong. Okay. Farewell, human. Alright. I don't even think you need to talk to him to do that first. But I don't know, I always say you don't need to revive everything. I don't know, man. Some of my favorite things are just not that good. I admit it. The things I like, nobody likes. Let's be real. Well, the things I like are niche or weird in ways that people generally don't like to say. Why would you want to revive that? Exactly. I remember there was some guy that was like, they should reboot Siphon Filter. I'm like, what's wrong with the original? It's fine. Just reboot it. As in, like, report the game to a better system. You see, this is what really burns me, is people, like, when you reboot something or remake something, it loses the integrity of what it was made with initially at the time it was made. Whether it be the time period it was made in, but, like, it's like Silent Hill 2. Who the fuck needed to remake Silent Hill 2? No one needed to remake a game that was already good. Like, my dad even sent me an article like, oh look, the developer didn't like the camera angle. And I'm like, that's a very heavily loaded fucking thing. Like, considering the guide that probably didn't speak English and they translated it. Like, you know, I was like, the camera was never a problem, and I sent him like this essay, basically about how I didn't give a shit. Thank you, Mr. Lava Dog. Come on. Mr. Dragon! Yeah, I didn't think so. It's not gonna happen. Oh, look, I'm over here still. Okay. It's fine. Oh, it's because I never sat down at Township, that's why. Yeah, it's like... Like, fucking RE4 didn't need to be remade. It's one of the best games ever created. And that's not even like a copium thing with like, oh, have you gone back and played the original like recently? I play it like once every year because it's a really fun and solidly well-made game. They didn't remake 5. Why didn't they remake 5? Were they afraid they'd shoot black people in Africa again? That fucking controversy? Well, you know, people would complain if there was just too many white people. They complain if there wasn't enough black people. They complain if they shot them no matter what. You know what? Who the fuck cares? It's a video game. If you get... Yeah, close the door. That's the metaphor we're going for. But you know what I mean? Who the fuck... No one cared. Like, at all. It was completely irrelevant. And I thought it was stupid that people even thought that was a big problem. Yeah, Goff thinks it's funny because Goff is a racist. You better cancel Goff. But like, why did they not remake Resident Evil 7, the objectively worst game in the or sorry, 6, objectively probably the worst game in the whole fucking series, next to Code Veronica X, which is my personal favorite. Because it didn't make a lot of money and people will not sink money into nostalgia for 6. Because Resident Evil 6 was a piece of shit, and no one liked it. It was really bad. It's one of the few games I've played for like 20 minutes with a friend and admitted out loud, this is just not very good. Like, it had a lot of problems. I didn't finish it, so I can't say 100% all of its fault. But what I played of it and saw of it too, I'm like, this is just not very good. Like, I don't know. And then Resident Evil 7, I just wasn't interested anymore. Like, 6 left a bad taste in my mouth. I think it left a bad taste in a lot of people. Not just their mouth, but their wallet. So, you know, I can't say much. The worst thing ever, I think, is, like, a franchise that tries to reboot itself because it's, like, ashamed of its past. I think that's, like, what the worst thing that happened with Mortal Kombat was. I still cannot believe Mortal Kombat, a game that's 100% counterculture, tried to be quote-unquote woke. That will never, ever not be funny to me. That is very fucking funny. Alright, Calamite, let's do it. Yeah, roar at me. It gets me off. Let's do it. I thought you would... Fuck! A million times. You should be easy. Right? Nope. Get back. Get doubly back. I don't know if he's weak to this. Oh! He's gonna kill me. He's gonna grab me. What?! You saw that. He wasn't touching me at all. What the fuck was that? Alright. Now we're gonna get one shot no matter what now. We have the calamity effect. Oh, he like barely takes damage from that. Wait, do you deal less damage when you have calamity effect? I can't remember. Fuck, that's the stiffy stamps. Get the fuck away from that stuff. That's really dangerous. See, I actually do know all of his attacks. I still... Yeah, nice fucking hitbox. I've always thought that was the one attack that I'm never good at dodging. Jesus! Because it's really badly telegraphed. It's actually not badly telegraphed, it's just... You see, I feel like you can roll through that at that angle every fucking time. And I always get hit. Unbelievable. The amount of times I've tried to do that and I still get hit every fucking time. You think I'd learn from it, but I don't. That's a frame drop. That scared the fuck out of me. Why am I... Oh, it's because my steroids wore off. Okay. Yeah, like, keep walking at me, bro. Are you gonna fucking hug me again? Love to see you try. Yeah? Uh-oh. I was gonna say, I deserve to get hit, because that was hitting me. Mechanically, that was hitting me. Why don't you come over here? That was a waste. I could have killed him. See? I can dodge into it. It's just like, I'm not gonna make excuses. Because I don't need excuses. I killed Calamite in one try. I killed Calamite and basically Manus in one try. It was just Artorias and Guardians that were causing me a problem. See? Seth knows how to play Dark Souls. Don't act like you don't. Or don't act like I don't. I can't even insult you that much. I don't know how long this video is, so I'm just gonna make Gwyn the final video again. Because why not? I'll see you in the next one.